a lot of room to move around, and it can adjust for things. We're going to start with the free stroke in the thumb, and just like with the fingers, we want to make sure the thumb moves from the main knuckle. Now, you may think that the main knuckle of the thumb is here, but it's not. The thumb joins the hand here. So instead of moving like this is how the thumb should move. So the whole finger, the whole thumb moves. Okay, so we want to plant the thumb down and play. Again, thinking of it, plant and relax. Plant, relax. And it should just bounce back to the ready position on the other side of the string. See how that works? Okay, now let's try all the fingers, the fingers and the thumb in a block chord. And this is really a very fist-like motion. So we're going to plant and relax. Plant, relax. Plant, plant. You should really watch that you're following through and relaxing immediately, like that. Now, there's a nice little study by Fernando Sor in the Segovia edition number 9 in A minor, and it works on this very thing of block chords and preparation in the right hand. Let me just play a little bit of it, and you can see how this principle works. We're going to go plant, see how I'm landing in advance? Okay, so that's how it works. At tempo, it's... Okay, so that's how that works. Now, what about arpeggios? Arpeggios essentially should work the same way as block chords, except instead of the whole hand moving together, each finger works one at a time. And let's try this arpeggio pattern. It's a simple one. It's the thumb, index, middle, ring, A, I. So it's P, I, M, A, M, I. Now, what I want to do is break it down a little bit and show how you can prepare fingers in advance and have that make the right hand really solid. What we're going to do is start with the ascending part of it, the P, I, M, A section. And since P, I, M, and A play in sequence, we can put all three fingers down together. So what we're going to do is start with the thumb down, and I, M, and A are right over the strings. At the moment that the thumb plays, I, M, and A will go down like this. Now they're down on the string. Now we can have each of them play and relax in sequence. Make sure that you leave them down. Don't put them down and then lift them up right before they play. Leave them down. Okay, let's do that again. Thumb, and they plant the three, and then each of them play and relax. Okay, now the second half of it is A, M, I. Now what we can do, we can't put more than one finger down, because if we put all three down, you can't descend. The fingers get in each other's way. But you can put one finger down in advance. In other words, right after I play the A finger, my M finger can go down. And then after I play my M finger, my I finger goes down. Then when I play my I, my thumb goes down. And then I start over again. So the second half of it goes A, M, I. So the whole pattern should look like this. Plant, and then plant M, I, and then the thumb. I, M, and A. Now, as you get faster, the plant sort of disappears. But the fact that you trained the fingers to go back to those spots makes it work. And in a passage like this from one of the Villalobos etudes, it's good to practice it. So that's that idea. Okay, now, what about rest stroke? We've talked a lot about free stroke, and the only difference between rest stroke and free stroke is that the finger is directed down into the lower string, like that, instead of flying freely. Now, if we go back to our arm model, we can see how to do this. If this was our free stroke, okay, all we need to do the same motion in the finger is to move the hand back slightly, and then the same motion applies, and it carries the finger in here. Now we shouldn't get too flat, because then we'll have to break this joint too much. Okay, and if you're too tight, it won't work that well. Okay, so the way we go from free stroke to rest stroke, it's a rather simple formula. If you envision that you're playing free stroke on the 3rd string, the perfect hand position for that is the perfect rest stroke position on the 1st string. See, my hand doesn't move, my finger just stretches. So it's 2 strings away. And likewise, if you want to go from free stroke to rest stroke on the same string, you would move back as if you were going to play free stroke on the 5th string. So the hand just moves slightly back. It shouldn't be a big change in hand position to go from free stroke to rest stroke. Just a little change. Okay. Now, with rest stroke, one of the most important concepts is the idea of